Hey everybody, good evening and welcome to the Adibi IP Group Innovators Q&A, bringing you guys awesome content around intellectual property, covering patents, trademarks, copyrights, trade secrets, everything involving intellectual property. We want to provide as much valuable and useful content to you as we possibly can. So you guys might have heard that Uber, in trying to show that it's profitable, has sold off its autonomous vehicle unit to Aurora Innovation. And so we decided today's episode, we would look at Aurora Innovation and look at some of their trademarks. And then in the subsequent episode, we'll look at some of their patents just to see what sort of intellectual property they have pending. So let's get started. Now, again, the techniques that I'm showing you guys today, you guys can apply for any company that you're interested in exploring intellectual property rights of. So the first thing, before we hop in, let's just give a quick background. Let's just do a quick search on Aurora Innovation just to understand what it is that I'm talking about. So again, here you can see the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette talks about this deal. So let's see, Aurora Innovation to acquire, this is the headline, to acquire Uber's self-driving vehicle unit. So again, this recent bit of news is what inspired this particular episode. So let's get into it. Let's see what Aurora Innovation is, and try to understand what sort of intellectual property rights Aurora Innovation has. So first things first, the way to research the trademark rights of any company is to go to tsdr.uspto.gov. So I'm here already. And what you're going to want to do is you want to click on Search Trademarks. And then you're going to want to do an advanced search. So let's do a free-form search. And in here, you already see I already have it filled out. Actually, let me zoom in also so you guys can see nice and big. Hopefully this is helpful for you guys. Okay, you guys can see that. So Aurora Innovation, we're going to focus on Delaware because this is Delaware Corporation. And I want to just focus on what trademarks Aurora Innovation has. So I'm going to go ahead and click Submit Query. And we're going to see 5 records here. So let's start with the earliest one. One thing that's interesting right away that you can tell is they don't have any registered trademarks, okay? Now, one of the reasons why they may not have registered trademarks is because they initially filed under Section 1B to protect their brand. And then later, once they show actual use, then they'll convert into a Section 1A. That will actually register as a U.S. trademark. So let's dive in. Let's try to get a sense of what they did here. So it looks like they filed under Section 9. Okay, so Section 9 is covering computer software for operating an autonomous vehicle. So again, they also filed under Class 42, providing temporary use of non-downloadable software. So basically non-downloadable software. For example, information that's provided on a web page, that's going to be under Class 42. Downloadable applications are going to be under Class 9. So let's take a look. It looks like they went under Section 1B initially. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what specimens. So there actually haven't been any specimens because remember, this is a Section 1B filing. So kind of interesting. Let's check out what other marks they have. So aside from Aurora, it looks like they also have this A mark here. It looks like, so this is going to be their logo. So this A right here, let's see if we can find their logo in actual use. Probably not, because again, this is a Section 1B filing. One thing we can do is we can do an images, Google Images search and see what we can find. Here we go. So here's the Crunchbase. And again, this is their Crunchbase logo right here. So this is the A. So interesting thing to note here. You see there's a word element, and there's also this design mark. And so they filed it as 2 separate trademark applications. Excuse me. One trademark application covering the design of the A, and another trademark application just covering the word Aurora. So, and again, the A is covering the same. So Class 9 downloadable software, and then Class 42 non-downloadable software. Let's look at the filing date. So February 6th of 2019. So not too long ago, basically last February. Let's see when Aurora was filed. I'm guessing probably the same day. Oh no, much earlier. So August 9, 2017. So it looks like the design element was probably introduced later, actually almost 2 years later, which is when they filed on the stylized A. Let's see what other marks. They have 3 other marks. Aurora Driver. So this is covering again, downloadable software under class 9 and non-downloadable software under class 42. And this is filed even later on May 16th of 2019. Looks like there might be some foreign filing involved as well, based on international registrations, it looks like. So pretty interesting. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at what other marks they have. Looks like they have 2 other ones. First Light. So this is covering LiDAR apparatus. Okay, so this is sensing. This is sensing that's probably related to sensing equipment involved in autonomous vehicle operations. And so you can see this is, okay, so this is their serial number, 1B, looks like. So this is filed pretty recently, July 8 of 2020. And then Aurora Autonomy, so this was filed probably even later, again, also class 9 and class 42. Oh, and also class 41, so providing blogs in the field of autonomous vehicles. And this was filed on November 24th of 2020, so super recent, just a couple of weeks ago. Again, timing, really interesting timing. So Aurora Autonomy. So again, this is going to be a shorter episode. As you can see, there's only 5 trademarks, but pretty interesting. One thing that we were talking about doing in some future episodes was actually looking at their patent portfolio. Just as a sneak peek here, I just want to show you guys that they do have several patents that are pending. So let me just pull those up so you guys can see. So if you go back to uspto.gov and do a search for patents, so patents home, and then search patents, and then go to patent full text, and then you can do an advanced search. If you search by applicant name, and do Aurora Innovation Inc., what you'll notice is you'll see that they have several issued patents. So eight issued patents, it looks like, all related to autonomous vehicles. So let's dive in on those in a future episode. For now, let's keep this episode tailored specifically just to trademarks. Again, one of the things that we learned in this episode was that what's common is for applicants and entities to submit 2 trademark applications, one on just the word, and then another trademark application on the design or stylistic element of their logo. So that's what we saw with Aurora. They had just the word by itself, a word mark on Aurora, and then the stylized design of the A. So really interesting, pretty common technique. I hope you guys found this episode helpful. Kind of a bit of a shorter episode, but again, portfolio only had 5 pending trademark applications. Again, these techniques you can apply to any company that you're interested in researching the trademark portfolio on. And thank you so much for watching.